3 Count Thursday is sponsored by Arena Eats. Log on to the website arenaeats.app, that's arenaeats.app, for the ultimate fan experience. At your favorite sports venue, Arena Eats mobile app, pre-order, express pickup, and in-seat delivery. How do you place your order?
Question of the week.
And we will get back to, like, because I know somebody had asked about our thoughts on Sasha Banks' record at WrestleMania, so we'll get back to that.
Who asked about that? Don't give me that shit.
Let's just get that out of the way right now. She puts people over. Good for her.
Fair enough. Yeah, I mean,
she makes new stars.
I mean,
I will say this. I was worried that Sasha was gonna win.
I wasn't.
Because
I would have bet the house and farm on Bianca.
Yeah.
Here's why. When Sasha normally loses, when she's going into a losing effort, Sasha tends to have what some would call boo-boo face. Like, she wrestles differently losing than she does winning. And this match felt like a Sasha Banks win until she lost.
He swerved you, bro.
Like, she felt as though she cared more about this match than like any other losing match she's ever had. Is it the WrestleMania main event aspect of it? Probably. Is it the history that it's two black women in the main event of WrestleMania? Probably, absolutely. But still, it's a different Sasha Banks than I'm used to seeing. So I'm like, oh, Sasha doesn't have boo-boo face. She's winning. And I wanted Sasha to win. Like, I didn't want Sasha to win. Sorry. Expunge that.
You wanted Bianca to win. You thought Sasha might.
I have been a Bianca Belair fan since day zero. And like, but like, I swore Sasha was going to win. Like, she would have found a way. I'm day one-ish, man. Day one-ish on Bianca.
She goes hard in the paint.
My favorite couple in the history of wrestling right now, Montez and Bianca are fighting for the number one spot of greatest couple in wrestling ever.
I mean, what I'll say to
go ahead.
What I'll say to Sasha's record is kind of the same stat I brought up about Shawn Michaels, Mr. WrestleMania 6-11. There's a winner, there's a loser. You know, I don't think it matters that Sasha's 0-6. I really don't. You know, it's a non-factor to me. And I mean, even because how many like triple threats or tag team matches, like, was she a part of the fall in all of those too? Like,
one was the Andre Battle Royal.
Yeah.
One was the Fatal 4-Way tag, and Bayley ate the fall.
Right.
The triple threat women's match, she might have taken the fall on that one.
Yeah, I don't remember.
With her, it was Charlotte, Becky, Sasha at 32.
Yeah.
And then
yeah,
I can't even remember.
But yeah, I don't think it's much of an issue. But back to the one nights versus two nights. The question of the week, of course, the
3 count question of the week.
You know, we've seen two odd years. You know, a Performance Center WrestleMania, a partial capacity WrestleMania held over 2 nights. The original press release showed April 3rd, 2022 as the date of WrestleMania Dallas. The promos during WrestleMania showed April 2022. So I guess technically up in the air. For our countdown's sake, I'm operating off the original press release. If that changes, I will change it when it happens. But because I think there's a belief that, you know, WWE is still possibly exploring the idea of making a 2-night WrestleMania a constant thing moving forward. We will remain to see that. But the question of the week was simply, to you, should WrestleMania be one night or two nights moving forward? Is there anybody that would like to kick us off?
Go ahead, Ryan.
Ryan, go ahead.
It's one night. As a fan, you get your expectations up, your excitement up, and you just never get to replicate that the following night. It's never, ever going to happen. It didn't happen for a TakeOver, where night one far exceeded the expectations of night two. It didn't happen for WrestleMania. I don't think it happened last year for WrestleMania. You get your excitement up, and you get what you get, and then to do it again the next night, it's redundant. It's tiring to have to do it again as a fan. We're talking about the granddaddy of them all, WrestleMania. This show should be longer than 4 hours. To break it into 2-3 hour shows, then it's just another paper. People are acting like a 5-hour WrestleMania is that fucking long. It should be a big thing. We got together. We always celebrated WrestleMania. We got pizza. We made fucking chicken dip. That's what you do. It's Wrestle. Who wants to do that shit twice?
You could have the
I don't
pizza
want to
one
have to
night
put
and the
pants
chicken
on
dip the other night.
twice. That's ridiculous.
Once in a weekend, damn it.
That's it.
That's all I want to put pants on for. Matt's
not going us over twice. He's got a kid.
Pants were optional the first night. The second night, they were mandatory.
Not now. Not with the kid in the picture. We all got to wear pants. Keep it one night. Stupid to do 2 nights. It's WrestleMania. So it's a little bit longer. Shut the fuck up or don't watch it.
Gosh. Thanks, Jim. Now on to you, Tim.
Ryan's upset. Still.
WrestleMania has to be 2 nights.
Get him off the screen.
WrestleMania, the last 2 WrestleManias are WWE's. First one was circumstance. They had to play with the cards they were dealt. They could only have a certain amount of people in the building at one time. They had to rotate people in and out. It was a clustermuck night. This one was really WWE's first attempt at a legit 2-night WrestleMania. WrestleMania 2 was weird for being in 3 different places at the same time. WrestleMania 1 was weird. But by WrestleMania 3, it was like the biggest show in the history of shows. The ability you have with 2 nights, storytelling wise, in the ring, it also stretches out the WrestleMania moments aspect. How big would have Sasha and Bianca been had it not been the main event and had to go on before Roman, Edge, and Daniel Bryan? Because there's no way Roman's not main eventing.
Correct.
So
I don't buy that.
Start the night with Bianca.
Really?
The moment Bianca,
you absolutely have Bianca Belair.
The
She won the
WWE,
Rumble just the same.
yeah, but the WWE is going to take their 3 biggest comeback stories ever: Edge, Daniel Bryan, Roman Reigns, in a triple threat match for the Universal title. That's not main eventing.
In 2021, when you have the option to put 2 black women main eventing for your championship, absolutely, it's not main eventing.
It's main eventing. It's main event.
You can be wrong twice in your segment. That's fine. I don't care.
That's fine. We can agree to disagree all we want.
I love you to death.
I do too, and I love me.
And soon
I
we're going to
love
be
you.
able to soon we're almost there.
I know. I can't wait.
Look, Matt just threw up.
I'll even grab your butt. But either way, why am I coming? Night 2 or two nights of WrestleMania gives you more opportunity to make the moments that happen on each night memorable and have a better impact than they would if it was all on one night. if they were all on one night, some things would get lost in the shuffle. Imagine having Bobby Lashley make Drew McIntyre pass out, Cesaro wins, almost has his debut, Shane McMahon does an inside-out bump off the top rope, Bad Bunny shows out, Bianca wins, The Fiend and Alexa do weird spooky stuff, Kevin Owens stuns Logan Paul, and
That match
Roman,
isn't on
I have
WrestleMania.
no
then.
idea who that
and
is.
Roman Reigns, like, that's 9 moments in 2 Manias. And none of them would feel special because they would all be together. Split them up.
I mean, half
nights.
the moments that you mentioned aren't that special.
They're WrestleMania-esque moments, though.
That's gonna put Logan Paul in the Hall of Fame one day. So
I bet next year at this time nobody will know who
I mean-
Paul Hogan is.
I mean, Logan Paul.
Hey, that's Crocodile Dundee. You watch it.
Logan Paul might be
Who the hell is this?
He might even be. He's equal to. He's close to on par with Bad Bunny as far as recognizable outside of wrestling.
on YouTube,
Well, no, I mean,
Bad Bunny doubles him on Twitter.
right, but
Does he?
Logan
I'm pretty,
Paul,
I think, close.
he trended for a while because he kicked the shit out of Nate Robinson in that celeb boxing thing.
Wasn't that his brother?
That's the dead body guy, right? In like
Bad
Japan
Bunny-
or whatever.
So Bad Bunny has 2.9 million followers on Twitter.
Okay, I was wrong. Then I had these numbers flipped. Fuck me.
Bad Bunny's
Logan Paul has
worldwide.
5.9 million
I
on
fucked that one up. That's on me. Yep.
It's okay. You can be wrong twice on my segment.
That's my first. That's my first. I've been right so far.
But like they reach different audiences. Logan Paul definitely reaches out to like the younger wrestling fan. Like I can't wait to see what Logan Paul's or hear. I do not subscribe to Logan Paul. I don't necessarily care for his content unless he's doing Pokemon cards, and then I'm in. but his vlog on WrestleMania, easy 5 million views, easy 10 million views. So many free eyes on the WWE product.
Yeah.
Not even fun. Not even like halfway funny. Like and he sold the shit out of that stunner too.
Yeah.
Like
Sure
took it
did.
like a champ. But just like 2 nights spreads out, makes moments feel more special in their time. And WWE just needs to find a way to like make the storytelling the build up to WrestleMania. Like for example, Asuka and Rhea Ripley had 2 weeks of build. Roman, Daniel Bryan, and Edge they had like 2 months, but it really didn't come together till the last month.
Right.
Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens got smashed together for no reason. Sheamus.
That's the
and
thing.
Riddle got
If you
smashed
make it
together.
one night, there's like I don't think Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn are necessarily on WrestleMania.
Right, they're in about if it's one night, 5 of these matches are getting condensed into a Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal.
Right. Or they're on Fastlane and WrestleMania Backlash.
All right. So, I mean, looking over, there's probably 5 matches we can do without anyway. So, sorry, tag team turmoil match, but you did.
Right, but tag team turmoil is like I can understand why tag team turmoil gets on the card because there is no women's battle royal.
Right.
The tag team turmoil plays the part of the women's battle royal.
Right. Which, I mean, technically the men's battle royal wasn't even a part of this WrestleMania either. I know it was part of WrestleMania SmackDown, but
Which I think should be the way they do it from now on.
you might as well.
I
You
don't
might as
want-
well.
I don't want matches on the pre-show.
Right,
Give me
that
WrestleMania
that I
SmackDown.
actually liked because here's the thing, and this is, and Matt, Mark, we'll get to your take on the question, but my thought is make it one night. Don't put matches on the pre-show. Make the pre-show a build, play the play the promo packages, play, have interviews with superstars as they're getting ready. Have the pre-show panel and their preparation for the night. Don't have matches. Use SmackDown on Friday as your kickoff, your pre-show matches, whatever. And then you have a 9-match card, 10-match card that is going to be substantial for WrestleMania, and make it one night. So it's 4.5, 5 hours. If people
on Saturday you run NXT.
On Saturday you run NXT. Go back to that one night of NXT, one night of WrestleMania, because I don't take last year into account, because last year is really kind of this weird anomaly in and of itself. 3 weeks into a pandemic, and they're 2 months into a WrestleMania build, whatever. So this year they do the 2-night thing, and I get it, so you can sell 50,000 tickets instead of 25. But to me, I look at TakeOver. Night 1 was great. Second night felt like a freaking, it was a letdown, and maybe it's because I set my sights too high after night 1. Same thing with WrestleMania. WrestleMania Saturday, loved it. Came off feeling high, whatever. Sunday, and again, whether it was the way the first match panned out, and I thought it was a weird way to start, but the rest of the night, a little bit wonky. Sunday didn't do it for me until the main event. And to me that says it should be one night. I would rather have one, good, pretty good, borderline. Was it great? Was it not great? Night of WrestleMania, instead of, dude, night 1, really cool, really awesome. Night 2, oh man, that was kind of a letdown. If roles reversed, if night 1 doesn't feel good, but night 2 feels great, you come off going, hell, we can do this every year. But I'd rather just have one card that presents me good. Three Count Thursday is sponsored by Arena Eats. Log on to the website arenaeats.app. That's arenaeats.app for the ultimate fan experience. At your favorite sports venue, Arena Eats mobile app, pre-order, express pickup, and in-seat delivery. How do you place your order? Yes, Tim.
But how many times have we had one WrestleMania that absolutely stunk out loud?
32.
And we're just like, ugh.
Fuck you, Zack Ryder.
Bummed out we were.
32. Fuck you, Zack Ryder.
I think 32 was the
25. 25 is bad.
29 bad?
Mine is bad.
Oh my God, 29 was bad for the simple reason. Please, you want to torture me? Sit me down and make me watch Triple H Brock Lesnar from WrestleMania 29.
Sounds like a watch along.
Yeah, there we go.
I was there live, and I have never been more bored of wrestling in my life.
So 35 was good, long but good. 34 I thought was good. 33 good.
33 was fantastic.
Roller coaster, right?
Roller coaster was great. 32
really
meh. 32, 30 were good. So I mean, every few years you have kind of a. Okay. I didn't like 32, but
the build was so good.
Fucking Zack Ryder, god damn it. But so I mean, every handful of years, 25, 29, 32. There's only 3 years, but every 3 to 5 years you're gonna have a clunker.
You also have to think
it over with in one night than to stretch it out over 2.
Yeah, I like one night. I do.
I mean, any big spectacle has to be wrapped up in one night for me. The Super Bowl coverage and everything is like an 8-hour ordeal, but I mean, people still get together and watch it and aren't like, oh man, get this over with by the fourth quarter.
Can you imagine halftime of the Super Bowl? They're like, all right, guys, see you tomorrow. What?
Halftime show will start. You get 5 The Weeknd songs, and then he will sing 5 more.
5 more tomorrow.
And you get the second half.
Second half.
So to me, anything big like that always is going to have to be one night. Like the Oscars, same thing. Like they drag on, but I wouldn't want them to stretch out over 2 nights.
But then that's comparing wrestling to sports
and entertainment. I made it full circle.
Okay. But then you also have, I wouldn't necessarily call an award show entertainment per se. I would look at WrestleMania being a concert of some sort. So you mean to tell me that like the multiple 2-3 day long festival type shows?
I never attend one of those. Never.
Okay, take your hippie patchouli wearing ass out of this. Oh, let's go set up a tent and not fucking shower for it. Get out of here.
Yeah, like the Bonnaroos, the Fireflies have just never.
I mean, I went to like creation fests when I was in high school. I have no interest in doing that at 36 years old.
Way too old for that.
I'm not.
That's the Grateful Dead.
But I'm not saying that like I'm not saying that we go to that, but I'm also saying like sometimes
do you know who does that really well? NASCAR. And they show different events every night. So do it and show NXT one night and show WrestleMania the next. They don't stop the race halfway through. They give you one different race and then they give you a whole nother race the next night. You can bring your fucking tent and your pop-up camper and all of the beverages and your PBR,
and Riker will be there too.
Uncle.
But that's the difference is like what you're talking about with like NASCAR or football or anything else. That's one action. Like the Daytona 500 does not have a stop at 250 laps or 250 miles and say, okay, this is it. And then the other half. Wrestling, you had 7 whole matches and then you had 7 more whole matches. And what happens in the first match of night 1 has 0 bearing on the last match of night 2. So those are all interchangeable. There's not one thing that happens. WrestleMania is the encompassing of 14 different things happening at the same 14 different things happening in a row. Not one thing that happens over the course of a 4-hour time frame.
Are you the person that would rather watch shows when they're released 1 week at a time and not just binge it and get it over with?
If they provide it to me in a way that I can binge it, I choose to.
Like the WWE should do.
But I also can respect the anticipation you get waiting week after week, especially if the stories are good and what they're trying to tell you, the story they're trying to take you through is worth grabbing a hold of. The 7-day wait, nothing like it.
I
Mark, be the voice of reason.
Yeah, Mark, what do you got? You've been very.
Well, I was watching Bruce. There's a storm coming on the bayous, and Bruce is bringing in about a 12-foot alligator. I think he's got him.
I have no idea who that is.
You know, if we stop calling him intern Mark and we actually make him a part of the show, he might actually pay attention.
You'd have to pay him.
Oh,
we'd have to pay him, Tim, and then you know,
yeah.
I don't.
not enough people are going to whatamaneuver.net and buying merch and going to Collar and Elbow brand and using our promo code. And
what shirts can you buy at Collar or not Collar and Elbow at What a Maneuver?
Well, I mean, you can get the belt logo, you can get the 3CF and T logo, and then of course there's the new classic.
I'm a sausage guy.
I mean, that one's I mean, Felicia looks great in that one.
Yeah, did she ever?
True. She did.
Okay, so I messed up. I didn't have the graphic ready.
Oh no.
So I tried to switch over. So we're just gonna pretend that didn't happen. We're gonna do it again.
Okay, so you can get the belt logo, you can get the 3CF and T logo, or you can get the.
I'm a sausage guy.
That one's everybody loves that one.
There we go.
Very good.
I'm the sausage guy.
Maybe we'll get the new logo. I'm working on that.
I think the new logo would look sharp on a tee.
Oh, I'd like that a lot.
Working on it.
I think I want
I'd like
to so Inside Baseball. I think I want to redo our social media banners on our lower thirds by taking this logo and making like the 3 count our names and the Thursday our Twitter handle.
Ooh.
But keep the exclamation point.
Ooh. I like what you're doing there.
Ooh.
But yeah, as of but that's the debate. We will obviously see if
Thanks for your input, Mark.
It's got to be one night.
Alligator.
there we go. Yeah, he's talking about
Alligator.
alligators.
Oh, right.
Brian.
Shit. Sorry.
It's like I said, I was really excited about the 2 nights. I was looking forward to it, but by the time that second night started rolling, I didn't have the same excitement. It kind of lost something. Not saying it wasn't a good night. It was a good night, and I think part of it too had to do with it was the 90 Day Fiance tell-all, and I didn't watch that. I watched WrestleMania, so my interest I was torn.
Who the hell is this?
What the hell is even that?
All right.
Yeah. That one night.
One night.
like the one
Intern
night.
Mark says one night.
Intern Mark down for one night.
So this looking ahead, there's a question I want to get to. Who should be the one to dethrone Roman Reigns at this point? Mark.
Cesaro.
Ooh. Matt.
I like that pick. I was gonna say Keith Lee, but I wouldn't mind Cesaro.
Like that. Tim.
Oh, Brock Lesnar.
Ooh. Ryan.
Oh, I can see that.
I could see either of those two, and I need to say how truthfully fickle professional wrestling fans are, because I saw a smattering of people bitching that Brock Lesnar did not come back for WrestleMania. The guy that we bitched and moaned about's a part-timer, and we have an entire WrestleMania of full-timers other than Bad Bunny, and you have the balls to bitch that Brock Lesnar is not here. So you know what? I'm going to stick with Cesaro. I called him underutilized and a real diamond that needs to be shined. So Cesaro.
I would like Cesaro. That would be a lot of fun. Brock could be an interesting one as well. I also think if Drew McIntyre ended up on the other side via a trade, or if Lashley would lose the WWE title and ended up on SmackDown, then
Bobby!
could be the guy.
I'm surprised none of you guys are talking about the Fiend.
I don't want him with the title anymore. I don't want that.
I don't either.
I don't want it. I don't want it. He doesn't need it.
The raw character for sure.
Definitely don't need it. And
His
then
wins and losses don't matter to the Fiend. Belts don't.
is there a match? I put this up on social media. We don't have to go long form on it. Sitting here today in April the 15th, what if you have a match in your mind that could or should main event if WrestleMania goes back to one night next year? Do you have a match in mind that should main event?
Oh, I should have had this one queued up earlier, and it changes my answer of who I want to dethrone Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns versus Big E.
Oh, okay.
I like that. I like that one a lot.
Shane McMahon versus Damian Priest. Piss them both off.
With Jay Balvin in his corner.
Mamma mia!
Who are you pissing off with a Damian Priest match again? I'm just curious.
Oh, are you pro Damian Priest now?
I'm 100% Damian Priest
And
and
Karrion
WWE.
Kross.
That's perfect. That's fine. I hate your guts. Keep that up. I'm taking my kiss away.
Oh.
I'm still touching your butt though.
Mark.
No, actually, let me rephrase that for real though. Bobby Lashley
Bobby!
and Brock Lesnar.
I like it. Matt or Mark.
We are finally going to get the Orton versus Cena versus Ric Flair for the 17th title.
What a match.
Mark.
Wouldn't boy, wouldn't that be something? What if we had Walter come over from NXT UK and challenge Roman Reigns?
Tim
Would that be-
loves
Everyone
Walter.
wants to see that.
Tim loves Walter.
Baby Huey?
Maybe
Baby
Huey
New
and
Year?
Baby New Year.
So is that's your WrestleMania main event?
Well, no, not necessarily. I'm just
Okay.
kicking that around. Honestly, I really would like to see Cesaro in the main event. I think it's way past his time to be in the main event. Way past it. I still think the fans would get behind him. They have a year to build him up and build this. But I could see him definitely headlining a WrestleMania.
All right. For me, I'm gonna go 4 horsewomen versus 4 horsewomen. The match that's been rumored and talked about and all of that for years. I say Ronnie's coming back and she's gonna get her 4 horsewomen together, and we're gonna have the WWE's 4 horsewomen. That's gonna be your main event.
That could be Survivor Series.
Could be. It could be. I'll give it to WrestleMania though. That feels like a WrestleMania moment in and of itself.
Which night of WrestleMania is that going on?
The one and only.
Also, night 1.
Right. WrestleMania Sunday.
The
Period.
Ricochet night.
Oh, that's night 2, though. WrestleMania Sunday's
No,
night
it's
2.
the one. WrestleMania Saturday is to NXT TakeOver.
No, that's
Where's
Wednesday,
the Hall of
Thursday.
Fame?
Who
Tuesday.
cares?
Who gives?
Right.
Who
You gotta
gives
get
a
the Hall of
shit?
Fame in there.
Oh, no. Hall of Fame would actually be Thursday now because TakeOver will be Tuesday, Wednesday.
Oh. Right.
Did anybody watch the Hall of Fame this year?
No.
It was so disappointing.
No.
Oh, it was horrendous.
I watched it.
It was
all.
terrible.
Right, because Brie Bella got into the Hall of Fame. It's terribly
like-
disappointing.
They gave everyone like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was awful. Boy, that NWO one was just trash.
Well,
It was so bad.
Well,
yeah, brother, who was in it?
How much does it hurt you, Jim, that Brie Bella will be a Hall of Famer and Natty will not be?
Natty will be. Are you kidding?
Nah.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely will.
Yeah,
She's
she'll
going to be the
in.
first time 3-time Hall of Famer.
Nah.
She's going in by herself. She's going in
With Great Khali.
with Beth Phoenix. And then
And
she'll
the
go
Heart
in-
Foundation.
She'll go in with the she'll find a way to go in by herself again.
She might get the
Great
Warrior
kid.
Award.
She should go in by herself twice.
She'll get the
Um,
Warrior Award one year.
So there's
come
one
on.
cool thing. There is one cool thing about the Hall of Fame is the video package they did for Kane.
Yes, with Chevelle.
Yeah,
So
they-
good.
Chevelle seeing red with Kane and his career retrospective. It just took me back to a time when WWE did video packages,
So good.
which is
When
literally
Chevelle was a band.
Oh my god, Chevelle! I think Chevelle's making new music.
Yeah, Charlie told me Chevelle's making new music. again.
Really?
Yeah. That was
What's
almost
old
as
is new
good as
again.
My Sacrifice.
Dude, that My Sacrifice
tough.
stuff. Jeez.
I didn't say as good, almost as good. It's up there.
It's
Lion
close.
Sacrifice.
Three Count Thursday is sponsored by Arena Eats. Log on to the website arenaeats.app. That's arenaeats.app for the ultimate fan experience. At your favorite sports venue, Arena Eats mobile app, pre-order, express pickup, and in-seat delivery. How do you place your order?